Hello again everyone, brickwork level 1 and level 2. We are now working on the, hey up mate, how are you? One of the plumbers. We are working on the barn, as promised, a live demo of cavity wall construction. In this case, as explained on the this morning, this is what day? Monday the 18th. Is it the 18th? Yes, the 18th. Monday the 18th. This morning's session covered on touched on timber frame construction. This is the timber frame construction. If you look here, I did cover some of this the other day actually. If you look here, behind this leaf, outer leaf of brickwork here, behind that is a cavity. Behind that is a timber frame. This material here is called OSB, which is also known as orientated strand board. On the other side of that, that's approximately 12mm thick. On the other side of that, there will be timber studs, which are basically upright studs, thick timber. And in between those are 150mm of dense insulation. On top of that goes a breather membrane, which is this one, which is similar to Gore-Tex. And then cavity. So same principle as a brick and block cavity wall. The cavity is there to stop penetrating damp through the wall, so it passes to the internal. Then we've got our brickwork leaf. The cameraman there's just having a look at some of the walkers that are going up the road there. And so is the plumber by the looks of it. But that's the sort of industry that we're sort of working in. Here, when I went on about tie wires, these are specifically for timber frame construction. These are timber frame tie wires. The reason for that, and you can tell it's a timber frame tie wire, is because it has a little screw hole here. Yeah, it's also got one there as well, depending on the size of the cavity. I could fold that up if the cavity was smaller, put my screw through there, or if the cavity is wider, I can bend it forward and put the screw through here. In this case, I will be using this one. So I would be putting that tie in there to tie the brickwork to the outer leaf. I'll do that in a minute. The other thing is, you'll notice this is a DPC tray, which is over the lintel opening. I'm going to lay over that now. The reason we've got the DPC tray is because that's a metal lintel. This is this wall's going to get some weather. I don't know which way it's facing. It's probably facing east. I would think that's facing east actually. But anyway, if you've got wind-driven rain coming into this wall here, it's unlikely with these brick because they're very, very dense. They're not very porous. If you've got the moisture that gets into the cavity and it goes over the opening, if we did put a tray on, it would possibly seep through into the head of the window on the inside. Therefore, it's forced out. The plumber's over there just taking a minute. Therefore, it's forced out by the tray. You won't be laughing, mate, when I'm a millionaire off YouTube.
No, just being a tube.
Hey?
Just being a tube.
So, try these over here. How are we doing, cameraman? All right. Cameraman's a bit shy.
Okay.
He's from Barcelona.
Okay. Si, senor.
Yes. Now, what it is important when we're building over any cavity tray opening is to leave weep holes. So we purposely, that you can actually buy little plastic vents. Sometimes you can just leave, instead of filling that with water, you can leave that joint there open that will allow any moisture that gets into the cavity to escape out there. This is going to look 2 3/4 now, isn't it? It's going to look a bit of a not best ever. Oh, sorry.
Oh my!
Another wee pal. Three-quarter. Ah. Now normally we would put this sort of business 3/4 in that in a job, but if you look at the existing what we're trying to tie in with, we're trying to make this brickwork as near as possible to what we're trying to tie in with down the bottom. So it's very old, and to be quite frankly, it's very rough. Which is just as well because I'm very rough bricklayer as well. So it's just basically a cynical ploy to hide the fact that I'm very unprofessional. No, I'm joking. No, it's about what's called giving it a bit of character. So if we was to build this like a brand new house construction, if we were building a house of Barrett's or Bellway Homes or something, you know, they probably wouldn't use this brick anyway. This, by the way, is an imperial sized brick. Probably can't tell, but that is 73mm as opposed to 65mm, which you should all know. So these are bigger brick and bigger gauge anyway. So I think we'll come back to once we've built this little pike is the last thing to build. So we'll come back to that when we're done, and we'll see you in a bit.